All right, what up? Peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with a quick video. Actually, first and foremost, before that, hopefully, the Most High your house shots busting your day. By mercies we are consumed. By His mercies we are consumed. We're alive in the Most High your house shots body, and we're naturally alive, man. I want to get into this, man, because I was just talking about this with a brother yesterday, man, and like a lot of times too, like because this is just important of how because we was just talking, man, and it's good to build with different brothers, all the time, man. Like you know um brothers and sisters, man, just building, and just like Jude 1:20 says, build each other up in the faith and having love and lasting, actually concern about them. Even, of course, in the word, even people outside the word as well, but like more in the word, even stuff they got going on personally, just actually having that love without dissimulation, actually caring about this, them as well. So we was just talking on the thing, on the phone yesterday, man. I ain't gonna blow too much up, man, but we was just talking how constantly, how constantly Satan just comes, with different things, man, and and also too, like the saying goes, actually, like new levels, new devils, man. And I was just telling them, man, it's like Amos 5:19, man, how the day of the Lord is it's like a lion, then you shut the door on lion, and there's a bear. So we kind of go into that, but all in all, then we start talking about that. But all in all, is going to the importance of, I just want to focus on kind of revisit things of our of our conduct, man, and how actually but moving in wisdom, walking in wisdom, walking in the spirit, actually let's get this Galatians 5, walking in the spirit and walking in the spirit, man, and moving in that, man, there's always safety in that, man, and and that's how often, that's how really you will get you'll get saved by that. We'll get saved by that, man, because yeah, man, because that's just what it is, and having that, one, but of course, we have the faith in the Most High house shot, but but walking in the spirit, man, is pretty much walking in bed, walking in faith, so it's the same thing. Well, it says this. It says, Galatians chapter 5 verse 16. It says, then I say, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. And man, yeah, just like Sirach 18 goes into, man, go not after thy flesh, man. You'll be a laughing stock to your enemies, and ultimately sin and death. But also too, just the natural enemies, just all the enemies around about, man, or Satan, the sin and death, enemies of your own, the other nations, things of that nature, but not just going out to lust. Not for that sake as well, man. Just for your sake as well, man. You don't, shoot, you don't even want the Most High house shot laugh at you at your calamity, because that's what he said in Proverbs 1, if you're being disobedient. But it's all goes back to our conduct, man. Because you know what it is too. I want to get into. I was talking about this with another brother as well, man. When people are interact with us, man, they're supposed to see the Most High house shot, man. They're supposed to experience the Most High house shot, man. Experiencing Him how we experience Him on earth as in heaven. They're supposed to experience that with how we move, how we conduct ourselves. Because well, the brother asked me, man, how he asked me this, man. That's what I'm getting at. Because the brother asked me, okay, how, because how at the say if something at the workplace, or even at other places, man, when it's time really not conducive, because there's a time and season for everything. How can we give people the word or things of that nature? I told him, listen, well, it's a time and season for that. It's not really the time and place, especially at the workplace. But honestly, man, but here it's really our conduct. We have to our life to to show that we serve the Most High house shop, man. It's really your lifestyle, man. That's why it says in Genesis 6, that Noah walked with the Most High house shop, man. It was his life, and that's just what it is, man. It's really your life, because really has to be example. Because listen, man, you could you don't need always had the quote in scripture, the word, man. It's just your life, man. People can see that, man. So that's what I'm saying. But also too, I just want to go into this with our conduct as well, because this is all going to tie into something as well. This Proverbs chapter 17 verse 12. It says, "Let a bear be robbed of her whelps." Let me see. Let a bear be robbed of her whelps than to meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. So it says, listen, let a man be robbed of her. So it's better to be a man be or mother bear, man, because where the mother bear is protective of her cubs, man. It's better than you dealing with that than to live foolishly, man, than to walk and live foolishly, to move foolishly, man. To live foolishly or be a fool, man. It's better than that. And we know how deadly bears can be, man, because that's actually one of the most highest judgments, man. That's the part of we saw that with Elisha, man, with the children. So yeah, but let's read this again. It says, "Let a bear be robbed of her whelps, meat of her whelps, meet a man rather than a fool in his folly." So yeah, man. But let's get this. Let's go back to, since we talking about conduct. Let's go to 1 Samuel 18 and verse 5 real quick, man. Since we talking about this, man. Cause we're gonna see how David even how he was even supposed to how this ties into him. I have no idea what that is. Okay. 1 Samuel chapter 18 verse 5. It says, and David whatsoever Saul sent him, and he behaved himself wisely, and Saul set him over the men of war, and was accepted in the sight of all the people, and in all the sights of Saul's servants. See, David behaved himself wisely. So let's go to Sirach real quick, man, because remember what it said. It's better to meet a bear with her with her cubs than the fool with his folly. But let's see. Because then David played with bears and lions, things of that nature. But also too, man, you can do that, man, when you behave yourself wisely. Now I'm just figuratively speaking. I'm not actually saying, even though David literally did this, man, because he's a mighty man of valor, and that the spirit and strength of the Most High Yahushua was on him, and the spirit was on him. Also too, that prophecy in Genesis 49 saying, "Listen, Judah will be bold as a lion, brave as a lion," things of that nature. But I really want to get into this. As well. So here we go. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 47. It says, I'll read verse 1. It says, and after him rose up Nathan to prophesy in the time of David, as in verse 2, as is the fat taken away from the peace offering, so was David chosen out of all the children of Israel. He played with lions and kids, with kids. As with kids, and with bears as with lambs. So see, yeah. So why am I mentioning this? Because let's go back to Proverbs chapter 17 verse 12. Let a bear be robbed of her whelps, and meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. So yeah, man. So but Dave, you see, Dave was playing with bears and lions, man. Of course it was actually, or literally he was, but also too, since we talking about in this context, man, he could do that. He could move like that, man, because he behaved himself wisely, man. Because this is kind of opposite. As long as you're moving with wisdom, man, that's just is what it is. And this is all going to how wisdom and your conduct can get salvation, man. Honestly, is the faith in the Most High Yahushua, but that's part of it, man. Because here it is too. Because we talking about this as well, and this is a lot of times too. Not to go into this, because I'm not trying to do that anymore. Really, just go in on well, shoot, it's having brothers and sisters, people in the word as well. But a lot of times too, with our brothers and sisters, saying Christianity, a lot of times too, it's all they're right in the aspect, because we was actually talking about this yesterday. They're right in the aspect of it's always about the grace and mercy of the Most High Yahushua, man. It was always about that, but what they don't realize is that, okay, your life has to what you call reflect that as well. On the other side, with more people in the word and knowledge, it's we kind of focus just on the laws too much, and the instruction, not the faith and the testimony and the mercy and the grace and the things like that, man. The gospel, things like the new covenant, things in nature. We don't really focus on that. But on the Christian side, they just okay, listen, it's the grace and mercy, but they don't realize that your life has to reflect that, man. That's what it is, and that's what I'm saying, man. Because but it says he played with lions and as with kids, and as bears as with lambs. So yeah, because it didn't say in Proverbs 17 what we just read, it's better to meet a It's better to meet a bear robbed of her whelps, but mother bear robbed of her cubs than the fool his folly. So yeah, but notice how David behaved himself wisely. As long as you behave yourself wisely, proverbially speaking, man, you could do that, man. You'll be fearless, man. You could move like that. Now I'm saying you'll literally go to a zoo or be out in the woods or out there and see a lion and play with it. I'm not saying that. It's just how you behave yourself wisely. It will give you that fearlessness, that faithfulness, and that you'll move wisdom. You'll not be touched on the right hand or the left hand, man. Like you'll be at, like Job 5 says, be with at peace, at be peace with the field, whether it be the other nations or like whatever, man. Or if that time comes, like if you ever in like in a bad situation, man, like actual beasts, like actual animals. But that's neither here nor there. But I just want to focus on let's go to Amos 5 real quick, man, because this all goes into how because yeah, man, that time comes, you ever, because some of us, like during that persecution time comes, like some people might be in that wilderness or whatever, wherever you at, man. But just keep the faith of the Most High Yahushua, man, because that's what that Job 5:22 is about. But that's neither here nor there. But it says, listen, Amos chapter 5, verse we'll start verse 18, man, because it's talking about the day of the Lord. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, for to what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Yeah, man. And also, too, just like how the brother was talking about, like we was talking about yesterday, man. It's how Satan, and this is how trials and tribulations come. If not one thing, it's the other. But this on this side, but this is telling you how the day of the Lord is going to be. It says, as if a man did flee from a lion, and the bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. So see, it says as a man flee from a lion, and a bear, and you get away from a lion, then comes a bear, then get away from the bear, go in the house, then there's a serpent. But but as long as you behave yourself wisely, like David did, it's gonna be like, let's go back to Sirach, man. It's and that's where that wisdom of Solomon and that First John comes in, but having great boldness, in that day, man. So let's grab this again in Sirach 46 and 47. I'm saying he played with lions as with kids, and with bears as with lambs. So yeah, and also too, man, during the persecution, man, Revelation, man, because this when the beast comes, man, when that son of perdition comes, man, that's what it says. But let's look at this real quick, man. Revelation 13 and verse 2, it says, and the beast which this is Revelation 13:2, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, had his feet and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth was the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and the seat and his seat and great authority. So yeah, so also too, this lines up with 1 Samuel chapter let's go 1 Samuel real quick, just to take a little detour as well. But as long as you behave yourself wisely, keep the fear and keep the faith in the Most High Yahushua. Also too, fear, having the faith in the Most High Yahushua, man, you'll be as David, because then they say that in Zechariah, there'll be let's just look at that. No, we're gonna go with Samuel real quick. Then let's just add for that strength of faith, man. Let's go 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 34 real quick. It says, and David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took his lamb out of the flock. So let's get to Revelation 13:2. And the beast which I saw unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth was as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and with great authority. So this why this is going to how even as David to get his father's sheep, he killed he killed a lion and bear. This is saying how Yahushua with the beast, man. That's why the beast has those type of things. Just to save his sheep, he's gonna overcome the beast. He's gonna save his elect, the saints, from the beast as well, man. For that son of perdition, that's why it's saying that same thing. Let's read this one more time again. It says, First Samuel chapter 17:34, and David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep. And this goes into not being plucked out of his hand, and the sheep will hear my voice. I'll lay my light down for the sheep. This is all tying into that. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took the lamb out of the flock. So yeah, let's get Revelation chapter 13 verse 12, and shout to brother the assembly for the firstborn pointing this out. It says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth was as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and a seat and a great authority. So yeah, So, but at the end of the day, now just like David did that for his sheep, like David did that. He slew a lion and a bear for his sheep. So Yahushua is going to do the same to the beast, man. Like and let know this. And this is how it ties into that, man. Because this is how because then David go on later on slay Goliath, man. And what was Goliath doing? He was blaspheming pretty much, just like the son of perdition, the beast. Like he's going to blaspheme, like he's going to start blaspheming the Most High Yahushua, man. So it's the same type of thing. It's the same thing all over again, man. So yeah, because the Goliath, the Sennacherib, those are all like archetypes of the beast, man. How it's going to just talk, blaspheme the Most High Yahushua, and want people to worship him. But it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were like as unto the feet of a bear, and his mouth gave him the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power, and the sea great as with great authority. But yeah, man. So that's what that's about too. But also let's go to Wisdom Psalm 10 verse 4. But as long as but moving like David, man, like moving, behaving yourself wisely, having the faith in the most ultimately the faith in the Most High Yahushua, man, and behaving wisely, keeping his instruction, the commandments, you're gonna be like that, like in that day of the Lord, it's gonna be like that boldness, man. It's gonna have that even during that time, if Lord willing, if you live during that time of the beast, sort of persecution, things of that nature, man. So also too is, but that's moving in wisdom, man. And wisdom, that's even saved, because it say here, wisdom saved Noah. Let's get this Wisdom Psalm 10 verse 4. It says, for who caused the earth from being drowned with the flood, wisdom again preserved it. And directed the courts of the righteous in a piece of wood of small value. So it says for Wisdom Psalm 10:4, it says for the whole earth, or the whole cause of the earth being drowned with the flood, wisdom again preserved it. Then that's why First Peter goes into how water saved the old world, man. It saved Noah pretty much. Or First Peter 3:20, paraphrasing. That word is pretty much wisdom, man. The word, the faith, that's what it is. The spirit. It says for the whole cause the earth being drowned with the flood, wisdom again preserved it and directed the small piece, directed this piece of wood of small value, man. So yeah, man. Yeah, man, exactly, man. That's just is what it is, man. So, what it is, too? I'm going to give a little personal thing, too. I'm probably going to name this video Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Because, I'm not talking about the Jasmine Sullivan song, but I'm saying this because, man, that's having that faith and, that fearlessness, man. Just removing the spirit of fear or just action, action for the increasing of faith, man. Because I'm saying this, man, because when I was younger, man, I forgot we went to a theme park when I was younger, and I was scared. I went with my dad and my mom, and I was scared of the swings because it was so high, me and my brother. But you know what it is but for me to get over my fear with me swinging, I actually eventually when I got up there, this had to be when I was younger though. Was really when I was younger for me, because at the amusement park the swing ride it goes round and round. This is big swings. I was scared, but for me to get over that fear, man, I got on it. But they had a little announcer, man, and he was saying, and they told him, my mom and my dad must have told him my name, and he kept saying Lions, Tigers, Bears, Omar. Because you usually say Lions, Tigers, Bears, Omar, oh my, but he said Lions, Tigers, Bears, Omar. But this all ties into what we're talking about now, overcoming that fear, moving wisely, man. Because just the saying goes, not being afraid of lions, tigers, or bears, man. That's just is what it is. Because David wasn't afraid of lions and bears, man. But that's all because due to his faith and due to his him moving in wisdom again, man. His faith in the Most High Yahushua, and that's is what it is. So yeah, man, that's just crazy how the Most High Yahushua brings things back to remembrance, man. Because I still remember that, man. I was really scared, because my dad said, listen, he said, son, because I wanted to go. No, I did want to go on the ride, but my dad says, son, he said, listen, I'm not Superman, so if you go up there, I can't help you, man. So, and that kind of goes into Dang, that kind of ties into something me and the bro was talking about last night, man. How, like, honestly, how it's like kind of like how I said to his disciples, it's expedient that I go away, man. That you can do this on your own now that I taught you, man. And that's kind of what, even that right there in that scenario, that's kind of what my dad was doing in that aspect. Even though he's right there, but what he was teaching me, he's like, son, a lot of times I'm just gonna have to face things dead on by yourself, man. But now, like, we're not by ourselves, man, because we had the Most High Yahushua with them. Like, that's all we had. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get to Zechariah, then we're gonna close out. Yeah, man. But listen, man, that's just is what it is, man. It's all going to conduct and behaving wisely, man. Go Zechariah real quick, man. And they also too is ask for pray for the increase of faith, man. Faith, man. Let's get to Zechariah 12 real quick, man. Then we'll hit Isaiah, man. Exactly. Zechariah 12 verse 8. I read this verse in a minute. It says, "In that day the Lord shall defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. He that is feeble among them shall be as David, in the house of David, and shall be as Yahweh, and as the angel of the Lord before them." So yeah, man, that's exactly, man. That ties into Isaiah 40 and verse 29. Let's get that. The feeble meaning the faint, man. And that's the importance of, like, Mark 9. Like, the man asks, listen, I believe, but help my unbelief, man. Like, ask for more faith, man. That's what it is. And the increasing of faith. Like, and also too, that Jude 1 and 20, we should build each other up in the faith, man. Let's get this as well. Let's get Isaiah chapter 40 verse 29. It says, "He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases strength." Yeah, and trust in the Lord is everlasting strength. So, and also too, let's get this Jude real quick. Then we're gonna end on this. And, like, then this one, you want the Most High Yahushua to build you up in the faith as well. But he want us to build each other up in the faith as well. It says, "But ye beloved, building yourselves up on your most holy faith, praying in the Holy Ghost," or Holy Spirit. So yeah, man, that is what it is, man. But this all goes into us behaving wisely, our conduct, and living the word, man. Honestly, man. Yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. Like, even, like, brother Acts on the workplace, man, being in Isaiah, Deuteronomy 4 and 6, Isaiah 49 and 6, man, being light to the Gentiles, light to the other nations. Even, like, yesterday was the 16th, I read Proverbs 16. Like, when your ways please the Lord, even your enemies can be at peace with you. Ultimately, your enemies is sin and death. But even, like, say on the workplace, man, Esau, the other nation, Ishmael, or whoever, man, they won't bother you because how you moving, man. It happened with Joseph, it happened with Daniel, it happened with a lot of them. So, man, so it can happen with us as well. Now, I'll get it. That's a little nuanced conversation, because sometimes you could just be doing what the Most High Yahushua wants, but that's another story for another day. But, man, listen, man. But hopefully this is edifying, man. Much love to y'all brothers and sisters, man. So yeah, just go check in on your loved ones, man. But in the word, out the word, man. Spread that love, man. Let's go get each better than we were yesterday, man. By His mercy, we aren't consumed, man. It's this day that He made. Like, let's rejoice and be glad in it. And, like, so yeah, man. That's it. So peace.